What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. In today's video, we're gonna be doing alternate history part 2. So I did a little bit of off-camera things. So I ended up showing the alliance, the red and pink alliance, and I also colored in what hasn't been explored gray, what has been explored white. As you can tell, not much of the world has been explored, but today's episode is gonna be a lot of expanding and a lot of fighting. Oh. But the first thing that happens is we end up having another person join the alliance, and it is our blue country. And also, before I get sidetracked, we're going to go ahead and drawing a trade route. So this is our first trade route, and it actually starts off like this. So it comes up from here, comes through the blue team, comes down to the blue team's capital, comes out down there, reaches down here, comes out, meets up right here, then goes to the red team, little panhandle, like little area right there, and then goes to the wall. So this is our trade route. Oh wait, and then it also goes like that. So that's what our trade route looks like. And yeah, so that's our trade route for now. Okay. And as I was saying, a lot of expanding is going to be happening. But the pink team, they are actually like probably like our second strongest, our first strongest. Here, let me show you guys what how strong countries are. Like, we're going to make a tier list of strong countries, okay? So, number 1 is probably pink. No, number 1 is probably going to be blue, because they're actually probably really strong. Number 2 is red. We're only going to do top 5. Top 3 is pink. Yeah. Top 4, that is... Oh, that is not a 4. That is like... Top 4, that is probably going to be green. And then the 5th, that is actually our, wait, no. So, actually, this pink is actually, like, 4, but they're, like, not that far behind of, blue. And then green, because pink is actually pretty powerful since they're just an offspring of, blue, so pink is also pretty powerful. They're, like, also another reason why they're actually pretty close to pink is because, they are able to, because, well, if they have a bigger and better economy, then they'd probably be, like, 3rd. But they aren't. So, yeah, that's our tier list. 1, 2, and 3. So, 1, 2, 3. And so now it's called the Central Powers. Don't ask questions. But you do have the blue team doing a little bit of expanding. Also, they go ahead and explore out here. And the pink team, they go ahead and send out some explorers also. So, they go ahead and explore some more of the Turkish area. They're eventually able to meet up with each other and... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, give me a second, guys. They end up losing... Not losing. Oh, my God. Sorry, one second. Let me just... Okay. And now we have a new country. Because those explorers ended up getting lost. And this is actually, since they're from the pink, they're pretty much just an offspring of blue. But these guys, they are pretty much... They're probably going to end up being our largest country. But they're eventually able to find their way back up to the pink area. And, sorry, 1 second, guys. But yeah, so now with this looking like this, we're gonna have this color exploring out here, and then also having our big expanding happening from our pink country, and this is actually where our blue and pink country is kind of having a race. So the yellow, well, this dark yellow doesn't like the pink, but it hates the blues even more. So if anything, if there were to be like a big war that breaks out, definitely not foreshadowing, they're probably going to end up having they'd probably join the pink side instead. But finally these two countries meet up again. And this country, they are now able to get a capital. And this country is actually pretty strong, so they get a 6 capital. Their capital is right there. And also, this country also gets a capital again. Obviously this country has been demolished. So, they're not as strong, but they're able to afford another capital again. They're able to get 4. Same with this country. This country's also able to get a capital now. So they're pretty happy about that. But, so this goes like, yeah, their new capitals down here. They are a little bit stronger than the yellow teams, so they get a 5 capital, like the other countries do. Okay. So now it's time for some pink expanding. They were able to explore all of Denmark and claim it. And the pink is probably going to be the one that grows the most in this episode. Maybe I don't know. But the pink's going to be doing a lot of expanding. But before they decide to explore some more out, because they're kind of reaching closer to the edge, like closer to the gray area, they decide to just send out a whole bunch of explorers out. And that's exactly what happens. They actually do some mass exploring. First, they follow the coastal line. And it gets a little bit too cold for them, so they decide not to go any farther. But, also, you have this part of Sweden being explored. Some of these explorers are getting lost over here, but they're just told to go out. So that's exactly what they do, but they weren't able to go much farther. So the pink team decides to go ahead and just send out their army to go explore and find those explorers. But before they can go ahead and save those explorers, they decide to bundle up into a ball and make their own country. It's actually a pretty fair-sized country, because they take all this land. And this country's probably going to be our cold country, because, like, everything. But yeah, the pink and blue, they aren't enemies. They just aren't the biggest fans of each other. Well, because, well, for one, the explorers, this was actually kind of their main plan, because of like, they don't really want to be a part of it anymore, like that of their old country. But they obviously get a new capital, and with this new country, there is a new alliance, because they believe that they were able to make a new alliance, and get away with it. So it's going to be a black color. It's going to be the triangle alliance. So okay, and then they also end up joining it. Oh wait, what? The pink. And surprisingly, the Turkish country is allowed to join it. So this is kind of like the countries that are against the rapid growth of like these big strong countries. They're mostly countries that have fought wars and lost to them. Which is actually most of the surrounding neighbors of Britain, except for Wales. Wales doesn't join it. And actually, same with the Green. The Green ends up joining it also. So, these are actually some pretty... if I had to say, the stronger alliance would be the Triangle one. Because how many, like, areas they have. So, now you have the Triangle alliance able to cut off, the pink from right here. Because they do have control over this area pretty much. And actually, they're going to go ahead and show that to the pink team. And go ahead and expand some more. It is hard to explore since it is getting colder. But the farther they go north, they are able to expand more. They were also able to explore a little bit out. But eventually it became winter. And they wouldn't be able to explore up here anymore. So they were told to go ahead and expand their land down here. Eventually it also got really cold down here, so they also had to stop. But the pink team, they're still pretty fine. The pink team, they've been around for a long time. They're starting to build resistance to the cold. Not a very big resistance, but enough that they would be able to expand a little bit. But now it's time for our blue team, because the blue team, they might not be able to expand up here so much, but they are able to at least expand downwards. So, this goes ahead, these islands get fully explored. Yeah, so that happens. But see, the blue team, they are still able to also explore down here and, like, expand. They do send up some more explorers. And now the trade road is starting to fall apart, but they decide to put aside the differences and straight up get rid of the trade route. So you see this trade route? Yeah, it's gone. It's no more. So the trade route is no more, and now you have a pretty strong blue country because of the trade route. It mainly went through their country. But see, now you're gonna have a strong pink team also because of the blue team. They decided to also the pink team, well, dark pink team, decided to build some important cities just to stabilize their country. And same with the Turkish country, but they're just able to build it around their the coastal line. And now you also have the green, not the green, yeah, the green country. It also building some important cities here and there. And this is actually the green team. They actually show the first site of a fortress. That is way too thick. I just realized that. So they built a fortress around their capital. And actually, this is most of the Triangle's plans, just to build a fortress. Obviously, the yellow country is not the strongest, so they weren't even actually able to build one this strong. They're just able to build a little wall around it. But since walls were introduced during the Green, Brown, Pink War, people started using fortresses, but now it's becoming popular around the Triangle Alliance to put it around your capital, and that's exactly what they're doing. The dark pink team, they're special though. They just built a massive wall right there, and they pretty much just went out like that. Wait, no, let me go ahead and fix this. So yeah, now you have a pretty strong Triangle Alliance because of the new tactics that they're doing. But now the orange, this country, they go ahead and expand out because winter is not hitting them as hard. So this country's probably going to be our strongest during the winter. Well, at least down here is going to be pretty strong. And that's about it for over there. But don't worry, the green and the brown, they're also able to be expanding. Because gotta remember, they're going down north. No, not north. They're going down south. Sorry. But they eventually meet up with uncharted territory, and the green have been told to just stay up closer, like here, because the brown team, they feel a war coming on between these two alliances, so they want land to fall back on. So, yeah. But now it's time for a new country to start up. It's actually neither one of, like, the green or the brown country started it. It's literally just a new country. Well, not country, civilization, sorry. So I also just need to make some extra land, and I need a new color, so let's get a new color. Actually, we'll do a light green, because it's kind of like a Portugal country, I guess you could say. But the brown, eventually this whole area is being able to explored. Not all of it is explored, but for the video, we'll say it, just to make it look like this. It's pretty much explored. And actually, we have our first couple, like, country steps into Africa. But it's quite hot down here. And the brown people, they are doing some... Oh my god, I can't say brown people. The brown country, they've been doing some rapid expanding. So they decide to stop for a little bit. Except for up here. Because up here, they do still have some high... like, their people, they do not want to live up there anymore. It's cold, and everyone's moving down south. And actually, this place is becoming more and more popular, like in the brown country. So much so that the brown country pretty much buys this off of the green. Right? Expands all the way out to here. They actually sign a deal with this green country, and this is what it's pretty much left at. Oh my god, did I just make Spain and Portugal? Oh my god, I just realized that, guys. Okay, that's my bad. But now you go ahead and have the... Oh, wrong color. You go ahead and have the brown team. They didn't really buy it off of them, they just kind of traded it. They said, so you give us this land for some other land, and is that fair? They said, you know what, sure. And since the Portuguese country has no really other choice, they also decide to go ahead and build, they decided to join the Triangle Alliance. So we definitely have a clear winner. And they put their capital, like, right there. They put theirs, like, right there. No fortresses down here. But, like I was saying, the green team also got some land. So, the green team got a very good deal out of this, and they ended up getting some land from the blue team, because the blue team, they were like, I'm kind of scared. So the blue team, they kind of retreat out of here, but yeah. So, now, this is what I was foreshadowing, guys, where the big war is going to be happening. It actually starts over here between the pink and this country, because well, the light blue country, they are actually quite angry because of well, this country, well, the pink country is mad at the light blue country because they are cutting them off from expanding any farther that way, because the blue country's expanding down that way, which is not good for the pink team. So they go ahead and meet up with the pink country, the light blue country, and this is where it starts to get messy, because yeah, it's not looking so well, because you kind of have a big portion of the pink team's army lined up right here, ready to go boom, boom, right in and destroy them. So the blue team, they go ahead and put their troops on their border, but well expanding, because they are also having some good luck with expanding, just like the brown team was. And actually, this repaired the brown team, so they go ahead and also build a fortress around theirs, because, well, they can feel a war coming on. The Portuguese, they don't really feel like they have to. Actually, they go ahead and straight up leave this alliance, because, well, they now know about everything else and everyone else. So they're like, well, I don't think I want to stay in this, after hearing all the drama about here. Because, like, communication is actually becoming a really big thing between countries, especially with alliances now. And you actually have the pink team declaring war. No, you have the triangle team all deciding, they all meet up in, like, the green team's capital, decide to push into everyone that they hate. So the blue team, they go ahead and start off and push into the pink, and they actually have a very big upper hand. The pink army was actually going back because once again this place was having rebellions. So while this war was going, like right before this war was going on, they built some more important cities because, well, their economy was dipping low. So they decided to build some places. And our pink team, they're probably the safest with their wall, because as the green team and the brown team, well, brown country and the green country learned in that war, last episode, there's no really beating that wall. That wall, except for the outer wall, it is indestructible. But eventually, the pink army gets back, and they were able to make a counteroffensive down, like, closer to the south. And also, they are able to, but the light blue, they go ahead and digging at their border, because, well, they don't want to lose any more land. They were able to make a little bit more of a counteroffensive, but not much. And then, yeah, the rest of the countries declaring war on them, finally. Took them long enough. And their main plan is to take out the red country, like the green and yellow. They're taking out the red country first, but and this country, but actually this country immediately gets kicked out of the war and falls right over to Britain. They did not do well. They go ahead and decide to join Britain. And since Britain needs, well, not really Britain, our red country needs all the support it can get, it go ahead and build some important cities with the old capitals, because, well, they need that. because the yellow team is actually pushing ink surprisingly, because the red army was not ready for this. They were not mobilized yet, and well, eventually the little red team, that the little red army that was there, they were able to push and take this part of the island, but right now it's not looking so well for them. The main red army is actually down here right now, so the green team, one of their important cities, is actually encircled, and this is actually a big important city. This is like their second capital. This might even be bigger than their capital. So with this being lost, that is a major hit on the green team. But eventually the green team is able to stop them from expanding and make a little bit of a counter-offensive here. And also the green team was able to push back up to the wall, like the outer wall. Not this wall, the outer wall. But, actually, the pink team was also able to take another important city of the green team and actually push in hard. Because you gotta remember, these countries are not weak. They're actually pretty strong. But the blue team, they were more expecting, more resistance from the other side. Like the pink and the dark pink and the dark yellow country. But eventually, the blue team's army is there. You gotta remember, they are the strongest country, economy, population, and like everything wise, pretty much. So they were easily able to punch back into the green team, and actually they are going for a different approach. Their plan is to cut off their whole like water, and actually goes pretty well. But they weren't able to punch much farther than this, like with their on the water, because well, if you realize this, the brown, they're also sending troops up there now. But if Portugal joins this war, well, the lime country joins this war, then that immediately leaves the brown team defenseless, and it's not going to look so well for them. So the brown team goes ahead and says, if you join, they go ahead and do some bad stuff to Portugal up here, and says they like kill a lot of people up here and does some bad stuff. They say, if you do this, if you join the war on the heart team, then we will do that to your capital. And they say, well, then try me. And they go ahead and push back in. They're not on really nobody's team, but they're at war with the brown country now. So, yeah. And actually, the brown country is... oh my god. The brown country is losing getting humiliated to this new country. So much so that a whole new country ended up breaking away. Wow. Honestly, just wow. Like, how did you lose that bad? Okay. And also the purple team was also able to grab that. And now, you have, now we're over at this front. Honestly, no one's army can be split into two, especially in this time. So, yeah, the pink, they're mainly relying on their I guess this is part of them, but not at the same time. But the funny thing is, you gotta remember, the blue, the dark pink, and the dark yellow country all have the same religion because of, like, the way. These two countries have the same religion. All of these countries have the same religion, like red, green, brown, and... well, this one actually doesn't. This one does not. This one does. This one does. This one does. This one does. And this one does. They all have the red religion. So yeah, now you have a little bit more fighting happening over here. But once again, winter's setting in. and this is actually going to be the best part for the blue, like the light blue country. And actually, it's the green country is actually going to be collapsing pretty fast because these cities, yes, they're important, but they're too big. The green countries, they're not able to hold on to this, so they end up losing like all of them. And then the blue country is able to pushing farther because of the support lost from the brown country over here. And now all like naval support coming from like the brown from up here has stopped. They're only really getting support from, and it's actually quite a long travel over here, and it's a very dangerous one because these two are at war, and the purple team's slowly moving in. Something. So yeah, it's dangerous to get up there, and green team's losing important cities and everything. But now it's time for the fall of the green team. So the pink team, they were able to punch pretty hard because the green team used most of their materials. And actually, before they decided to reach for the wall, they went ahead and looked over here. Oh my god, what did winter do to these guys? Are they like the Soviet Union or Russia, or they just become stronger? No, they're Prussia. I don't know what, but apparently they go ahead and leave and sign peace with these guys. They leave this alliance, sign peace. The pink team doesn't lose all of its land, so it does still end up getting some land. But the pink team, they just have to pay a lot of money to this country. Well, the Prussians. I'm gonna say them. It's Prussia. And their economy is actually booming right now. So these guys are the ones that are able to hold out these big capitals. Not big capitals, but big important cities. Also, the pink team, now that they don't have to fight that front, they decide to build some important cities. Also, these are also pretty big because that area does not like being part of them. So now, the pink team, they meet the wall, the fortress right here. Right? The red team, they meet the fortress. Right here. And also the blue team is somehow there also. Don't ask me how. They're overpowered. And actually, since they were winning the war so well, except for down here. Down here didn't go so well. But since they're winning the war so well up here, they decided to, because obviously this might be like this. Well, no, actually, the pink team is the stronger country. Not out of the two of them. But eventually the blue team is able to punch back in to these guys, and they go ahead and also decide to leave because, well, most of these countries are just leaving. This country goes ahead and leaves also, but they go ahead and gain some land from the pink because, well, why not? Also, the blue team really wanted to punish these guys, and they knew that they might not get a lot of land from them, but they did end up getting a little bit of land, so at least it's something. Yeah, so now so the blue team got that from them. Their fortresses are still there, at least, but this is the first actual test of a fortress, and the green team is actually also kicked out now from the alliance. And it's not looking so well for the green team because most of their army is held up in here. So the purple team goes ahead and also declares war on them. And now you have big purple country with big army. So they also go ahead and decide to invade there. So now, you pretty much just have the alliance being the the yellow and the brown. Also, this Portuguese country is able to push down to here. So yeah, now you have these three signing piece, and the brown is also dipping out. And now it's time for the purple country to also get a capital. So yeah, you now have the brown team not doing so well, but now the yellow team goes ahead and decides that they aren't going to win this war. They surrender over to the red team, and it is now literally just the green team fighting a multiple front war now. Actually, all these fortresses are gonna stay, even though, like, they're not actually, like, being in use. Because, like, this fortress, it's no longer in use, but Britain doesn't want to tear it down. It's too much work to tear it down. But you finally have, like, we're gonna say that it's not just, like, thick. It's, like, layers of walls. But, they make it through the first layer. So the pink team is able to make it to the first layer. And then they teach the blue team how to do it. And the blue team actually is able to make it out of, like, the first 3 layers. So they're down to their last layer in most places. And they go ahead also decide to take out here. And the red team also, the red team is mostly focused on pushing into the green team. But now, it's also time for, the red team to push into the wall and break it down. And now, you finally have most of the fortress falling on the red side also. And same with the pink. And you finally have the pink being able to enter. But obviously the pink army is exhausted from doing that because they had the most work set out for them. So they were able to meet up at the gates of this. But the blue team is easily able to capture a decent sized chunk of it. And at this point, it's literally just who's going to get the capital. The pink team gets very little. Because, well, yeah, they did a lot of work, but they weren't doing much work during the capital fight. And this is called the Fight for Paris, because that's what they called it. And the rest goes over to the red team, and it's not looking so good for our green country anymore. They don't have a capital anymore. Well, they do. It's down here. Good thing they finished this city before it could fall. And they did build another, also they signed peace with this country. Don't worry, they built another stronghold, but they used all of their materials for it. No, I'm kidding, not that big. But they did use all of their materials for it. So, the blue team goes ahead and says, hey, can we have this land? And they say, you know what? I don't care. And they go, sweet. So they go ahead and buy that land. Well, not buy, but take that land. And the blue team, they go ahead and say to their allies, say, we got this. You guys pushing to the rest of this. Actually, red team, you push into the rest of this. And then the red team pushes up to, like, here. And the blue team gets pushed down to there. Well, the blue team gets that. Oh, wait. So yeah, the blue team gets that now, and this eventually falls also just right to the blue team. And now, it's time to look at the world. We've lost 1 country during this war. We gained 1 country during this war. These guys look like they have a disease because of their big polka dots. But eventually, most of these countries kind of realize that it's useless to have this many. So they do take down some important cities. Not over here, because the pink team, they're still struggling with holding that down. They do still need some important cities here and there. The blue team, they take down like 2. That's it. But yeah. So you definitely have a big, strong blue team. Even though it doesn't really look like it's big, but it is actually quite big. Yeah. So this was quite an interesting episode, but it's not over. With the fall of a green team, it's time for another rise of a new country. It is all the way. It's just a breakaway, guys. I'm just kidding. No, it isn't. It's all the way over here in Asia. And actually, the whole Korean area is explored already because of this country. This country was trying a lot to do this, but they didn't. They kept on failing and failing. But eventually, they were able to do it. It isn't over yet. Obviously, the peace treaty has to be signed over here. So, you have the pink. Since they did do a lot during this war, and they lost a lot of people, this city is split into 2. And we're actually going to have it like that, where it's splitting to 2. The blue team, they also lost a lot of people, so they ended up gaining a little bit of land from the red team. But the red team, they get to keep the rest of it. The blue team, they give the purple this island for payment for this area. Obviously, I feel like the purple team did get scammed, but now we have some more exploring happening. And we're gonna say after this war, the trade route went back to came back to something looking like. I can't see the trade route, guys. Huh? Sorry, I can't see the trade route, guys. Okay, I'm just gonna draw a new one, I guess, then. Well, I did need to update it anyway. So, you now have, it's not able to get through these fortresses, so. Oh, wait. I think I found it, guys. Oh, okay. I found it. Don't worry, guys. I found it. I found it. Okay, so the trade route starts from here, comes up. The trade route does still go through there. It does still come through here. And the trade route is finally expanded up to this capital. Comes up through here, and they're trying to figure out a way to get a trade route through here. And then someone designs a bridge, and then it's able to get up here. Someone also designs a very long bridge. We're going to say that this takes a couple years. We're going to say a couple years past, and it reaches down here. So, now we need trade routes down here. So, it actually goes ahead and immediately goes, just goes through them. But does not go anywhere else through them. So, yeah. The trade route looks like this now. And, yeah, the trade route is pretty much, looking like this now. It looks like a tree branch. So, yeah. We're gonna, but for a little bit, rest of the video, oh, no, we're supposed to be seeing that. Okay, guys, I need to redraw the trade route because, well, I was drawing on the wrong one. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, guys, don't worry. Let me just quickly redraw this. And then like that, okay? Give me a second, guys. Sorry, I just need to straight up redraw this. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Okay, now we are on to the end of the video, like getting closer. But you're gonna have some, during the summer, some people, some, like, from every country. This is like the first union. Not like countries joining together, but it's countries gathering together to explore. And they actually explore a lot of land. They actually are able to get all the way down to this river. Over here in Turkey, they're able to explore out to here. They're able to reach up to here. And they're also able to reach out to here. So this is probably going to be a... Oh my gosh, where did I miss? I missed right there. And I see a little hole. Okay. So, this is probably going to be one of the most expansions that have happened. Because, well, every country in the world, except for the green country, they don't even know that this country exists. They decided to explore. And this gives us some new countries. For starters, this gives us a country like over here. Give us another country. Gives us another country like right here. It's actually probably going to be one of our larger countries because of its area and its weird shape. It does it like that. Don't ask me why. I'm going to fix it right now, guys. Don't worry. But this is one of our larger countries because of its, like, area. And also you have this country going ahead and expanding it down here. Obviously, my countries get a lot bigger, a lot faster than, like, other people that do alternate history. So yeah, you have our Turkish country expanding all the way out to here. And you also have another green country starting up. But it's not the same green country because it is all the way, like, on the other side of the planet for these guys. So no original French green people are over here. It's mostly just random people that moved over here and didn't actually realize. Their capital's right here. Their capital's right there. And their capital's right there. So, now you have a pretty couple countries. Also, our green country came up with the idea of a capital where all of its important government stuff is held. Yeah, it's right there. Oh wait, we have two green countries. Well, they're on the other side of the Earth, pretty much. So, the green team does a little bit of expanding. And actually, even more exploring happens because it's now, like, even warmer in the summer. Where they were able to explore out here. And even fully around here. Yeah, a lot of exploring is happening this episode. And the green team, they go ahead and decide to claim this whole entire massive river. They call it a river. Not me. This country calls it a river. Because to me, this would not be a river at all. But it is a river. Somehow. To the green country. I don't know how. And a little bit more exploring does happen from the green country, but they need to expand their population. Like put their population over here. So before they do any more exploring, they need to do some stuff over in that area. So no more exploring really happens. And obviously the blue team is finally able to reach over here. I just realized we kind of have a Roman Empire type situation already. Cause I actually didn't realize that I was doing that again. But we have Romans again, I guess, and the British. But yeah, so now this episode's coming to a draw. And but before this episode ends, we do have another line starting up. Yes, I know. It is going to be a, I don't remember what shape this is called. Please tell me in the comments. It's mostly just between some, it's called the, it's just an economy alliance to grow, this is to grow economy. Obviously, if they do go to war, then they'll probably go on each other's sides. But yeah, so no really trade route is gonna come through here, like this area, because they won't be able to reach up there. So the best way for them to grow their economy is to become an alliance and trade back and forth between one of another's. So this trade route kind of looks like this, but it's not official trade route. So this is the trading lines. So yeah, that's the trading lines, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. We had a lot of exploring happening during this episode, and I mean a lot. Most of Europe is explored. A little bit of Africa is starting to be explored, and actually, next episode we will be focusing more on Asia, and Africa, maybe a little bit of North America. Who knows? Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I enjoyed making these videos for you guys, so please leave a like and subscribe. It helps the channel out, and it greatly helps me. And thank you guys for watching so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.